Okay. Okay, I think I'm good. My audio shouldn't be peaking. But hello, everybody. It's your favorite doctor, Sua Ming, and I'm here working on some art. Specifically, I'm doing a piece for some con crunch. I say crunch, but I actually have some time. I say con crunch, but I actually have some time before any conventions because they're not locked in stone yet. But yeah, for this one specifically, I want to do like a kind of like dating sim series with the scions. I don't think that my mouth will be moving all that much. I'm gonna be honest with you. Oh well. I might have some audio issues, but it's fine. It's all good. Yeah, I'm actually, now that I think, I'm actually like a little bit like done. Practically done. Minus some like small like accessories here and there. Yeah. Ooh. Okay. A little bit awkward working at this angle, but it's fine. It's fine. I might not be talking much because I really just concentrate when I start to draw. But yeah, I'll still be checking. I have anything to say. Probably talk about my experience of playing Final Fantasy XIV because it is a rather important game to me. I was actually introduced to Final Fantasy XIV through one of my IRL friends, and I didn't know what it was at the time because I was just helping her sell some merchandise, and she had Final Fantasy XIV acrylic charms of the characters, and for this one convention that we went to. And it did sell, but I didn't really like recognize any of the characters because they were like, I wasn't into Final Fantasy XIV then, so it was like, oh cool. Anyways, I think I really started playing Final Fantasy XIV because I really wanted an MMO to try, or just to play, because like I love MMOs, but like there's barely any good ones these days on the market because like the MMO fad, I would say, has gone out. But when I went searching, I stumbled upon Final Fantasy XIV, and at first I was like kind of weary of it, because my first experience ever of it, like ever hearing about Final Fantasy XIV, was when it was just like its shit days, you know, like its shit phase. The point where even my teacher was like, "Oh, that game's shit," and he's a hardcore Final Fantasy lover. So, and that was when I was just a young cub. So when I first heard Final Fantasy XIV and that people were praising it, I was really confused. I was just like, isn't this game supposed to be bad? But I saw it had a free trial, so I was like, let me try it for myself. And you know, I actually really liked it. Final Fantasy XIV is a hit MMO with a critically acclaimed trial that goes up to level 60. It actually didn't go up to level 60 when I played it. When I tried it anyways. It actually went up to like first couple levels. So I didn't really get much use of the free trial anyways because I immediately bought the game because I wanted to be in Aura so bad. I didn't realize that they would give you like a free Fantasia. Yeah. Anyways, for me, Final Fantasy XIV was where I really found a home again in online spaces. Because for a while, at this one like server I would be in with friends and like roleplay, like do like OC roleplays, you know, the goods. But you know, everybody got busy, understandably, and they were losing interest. So I really had like no space for me to like really be like let out in online spaces. I say let out really, but you know, just like have a place to go to when I don't want to do when I don't want to deal with real life stuff anymore. And I was like, okay, you know what, Final Fantasy XIV is a trial, let me go ahead and try it. Thankfully, I ended up really liking it. I got the game and I I was immediately invited to like a free trial, not a free trial, but a free company. Yes, free company. That was where I found like my first like online home. Not my first online home per se, but the first community I could say that I would be was a part in. Like really a part in. Like not just a fandom. I put those things by like separate standards, but like a real community. Because before, when I would play MMOs when I was just like a little kid, or just like throughout my life really, I would never like really try and like talk to people. I was always like that solo player, you know, that solo player. But like as I grew up, I found out that like I really enjoyed talking to people and making online friends, which is like I think everybody can relate to. And you know, for a while I was really shy in that free company. I was just like, hi, and that was it. But eventually I learned to like speak a little bit more, and that was how I met uh a past close friend, let's just say. They're not a friend anymore due to reasons, but I'm still really glad I met them. And I'm really glad that for our time together, even if it was kind of brief, in my opinion. Um, yeah. So Final Fantasy 14. After that whole like the first FC, then I made my new FC with a bunch of people from that old FC. We all moved due to a reason I cannot say, mainly for courtesy of some friends. And then yeah, but then we went and made our own FC. You know, I'm still in it. I'm still the leader of that FC. And I've never been happier in my whole life. I really treasure the friends I've made in Final Fantasy 14. Okay, that's a really big mouthful. I'm just gonna say 14. I really treasure the people I've met and made friends with in 14. It led me to making some very special relationship over the course of my playtime. So if you're listening and you were like, oh, I don't know if like I want to play Final Fantasy 14, I don't know if anybody's in there, I would say try the free trial. You're pretty limited on the free trial, but it's enough, you know. Free trial is like enough. It's pretty big. There's a lot of content. You can't speak to people per se, like freely, but you'll have a grasp of what you want to do in that game. Anyway, recently though, I will say that I'm taking like a back seat in my playtime. Not a back seat, but just reducing my playtime because I'm I'm running out of content that I want to do. Keyword want to do. Because there's still a lot of content that I haven't done in this game, like blue mage spells, savages, etc. They're not all, but most of them are like stuff I'm not really interested in. I'm not much of a grinding person, which is why Final Fantasy is nice, because like the grind is, there's not much of a grind, I would say, unless you actively seek out that content, you know. Because in Maple Story, one of the MMOs I would play when I was younger, and I actually did go back to Maple Story a little bit. But the game is really just a whole grind fest, you know. There's not really like much like variety in the gameplay for Maple Story. Which is why I like, while it was like fun for like the couple weeks that I did go back to it, I couldn't like continue to play it because it wasn't engaging enough for me. But with Final Fantasy, it's like everything's like engaging in it, like from the story to the fights. It's just really good. I just really enjoy 14 a lot. I will say though, I still haven't done the latest MSQ patch for 14. You know, the big old like the final MSQ patch. I still need to do that. But that will be done another day. Another day when I have the stones for it. It's weird to say it's weird to think that I'm like actually have reached like an end game in Final Fantasy. You know, like, cause like in other MMOs, I never reached like end game level. Even when I went back to Maple Story, I don't think I even reached 200. Maybe I did. Maybe I did reach 200. But that's not really end game anymore in Maple Story, is it? Yeah. Point is, I never was able to reach like. I would always be stuck in early games in most MMOs I play. Because an MMO, most of the MMOs I play are like free to play, of course, where you're kind of expected to grind a little bit because, well, it's free to play. It's free to play and play to win. So if you actually you don't want to grind, you just might as well pay money. Which, you know, while it did keep my attention for a little bit, it never like really kept me for long, I would say. But with 14, I'm like, yeah, I've reached level 80. I've reached level 80. I got like most of my classes maxed out. I can officially say that, hey, I've reached like an end game with 14, which makes me like really proud of myself, you know. Like, oh, I've reached this level. I finally reached this level that I thought I could never do. 14 has, while it's not my first MMO, well, I guess you could say it's my first paid MMO. Actually, no. Because I bought Black Desert. I didn't play for long. But 14 was definitely like, what can I say? My first subbed MMO, how about that? My first like subscription-based MMO. But it's not like my first MMO ever. So while it's not my first MMO ever, it has led to like a lot of like first experiences for me. From like having what I would consider like really close friends in MMO, in an MMO, to just like playing the game to like a point where I'm like, I think I've exhausted. I actually exhausted like what I want to do in that game. That's weird for me to think about too. Like I've actually reached a point like that. But it also makes me like also really happy that I actually reached this point, you know? Anyways. Can I just say for this drawing, even though I made my own model, I've manifested myself, I felt like I completely forgot how to like color in pale skin. Like, for Graha right here, this face got me so frustrated and like making sure I color it properly that I actually stopped working on this drawing for like a few days because I was like, oh, I hate this. And so, yeah, I could have been done with this thing I'm drawing for like a while ago, but I was just like, no, it looks ugly. Now we're here. You know what was really ugly? Do I still sketch for this? I don't. But what was really ugly was like the first prototype, I should say, like the first iteration of this idea. It was I originally wanted to do like a like the school slice of life dating sim kind of uh like illustration series where I would put all the Scions in like collegiate uniforms and like have like little like text boxes. So I was like put like little lines saying, "Oh, warrior of light, meet me at the library, blah blah blah." Like the first time I sketched it out, it was really bad. It was kind of like he was already facing the front, but there's already like a problem there because I'm not good with like frontal angles. Everything has to be from the side, or else I can't draw it. And his like pose too was just like really awkward. Like he was holding a letter, and it was just like kind of like had to say, will you read my letter that I've made for you, warrior of light? Will you read it, please, please? Overall, it was just like a really bad a really bad drawing. But now we're here. We upgraded Graha a bit. Instead of being his collegiate uniform, I decided to just stick him in his like 5.3 uniform, his actual Scion outfit. But like not just a frontal like talking sprite pose, but a rather like actual pose, you know? You know, I'm really like happy about where I am. My workload has increased tenfold though, I will say, by deciding to do it this way. But it's worth it. I say that now, but I'm gonna be crying when I move on to the other Scions and I have to draw them in their uniforms. Oh, it needs to be colored. Oops. A good thing about streaming is that I don't get distracted as much. I'm having to be held accountable for actually working via a video recording. I hear noises outside. I don't know what's going on outside. Maybe my brother's and his girlfriend is cooking something up. Hopefully they are, because that means I have a meal to eat done drawing. Sanji application's open, and are still open, I should say. Well, one of them is the mail ones, and I do want to apply, but I think I'll start on it on the weekend. I have some more time to think. Frankly, this week hasn't been the best for me. My mood has took like a nosedive on a couple days ago due to family stuff. Nothing bad, mind you. Just a little bit of like, you know, just complicated things that I really want to apply. And you know, last night I was actually watching back my clips as I do. You know, it's just to watch my streams, just to get clips and stuff, to have something to post. And I was actually like second guessing myself, wondering if I'm like actually cut out for streaming. But the thing is that you're your own hardest critique. And you while you may be right for some occasion, like, you know, I know that I'm not the best streamer around. I can't compare to like other streamers who might be applying. You have to remember that no one else is you. No one else can do what you do. And that you bring a special sort of charm. No one else will have the same charm as you do. So it's important to just keep going, even if no one may be watching you right now. Who knows who will stumble upon your channel, be like, hey, I really like this person. You know? And I'm saying that for myself and maybe anybody else who watches this. But like, it's fine to keep going, even if no one is watching you. Anything that's more room for you to experiment and just go crazy. Because no one's watching you. So it's fine if you don't, like, if you aren't perfect. Dare to judge you. No one. So, a little bit better after I started thinking that way. As for Niji Sanji auditions too, I started thinking like, not like, oh, if they're gonna accept me ever, it's a matter of when. Because I sure as hell am gonna apply to each wave that I can. Like, I can't apply to the female only waves, like female characters only, but I sure as hell can apply to the male wave. So anytime the male waves open, I am gonna apply my gay little ass there. So it's not a matter of if Niji Sanji will accept me. It's a matter of when they'll accept me. Because I truly do love Niji Sanji. You know, VTubers were... Well, I was here when it was only really the Kizuna Ai on the scene. And while I do like Kizuna Ai, she wasn't someone I could like, that I was like enraptured with, I should say. I wasn't like, oh, I gotta make sure I catch her videos as soon as they upload. No. I was just like, oh, Kizuna Ai is on my recommendation. I'll go take a watch. You know, it was like that. And but since Kizuna Ai, ever since then, more indie VTubers stepped on the scenes, and more VTubers backed up by companies stepped on the scene. Like, I think one of the Japanese VTubers I watched before Niji Sanji was Hina. I really love Hina. Like, when I found them, I literally binge watched their videos, and while I don't watch them as much anymore, I was always like amazed by Hina. I was like, oh, VTubing looks so fun, but I'm sure it's hard to be a VTuber. You know, it still is. I still think it's kind of hard to be a VTuber because I'm not used to speaking all that yet. Like, making sure like, oh, I have how I can be smooth on the fly. Like, even now I'm still like stuttering on my words and just thinking what to do. But with every stream I get a bit more confident. Where was I at? Oh yeah, Niji Sanji. And then Niji Sanji, I got a clip for Niji Sanji appear. So when Niji Sanji first appeared, I was just like, what? I think it was Angie Katarina. Yeah, Angie Katarina was the first Niji Sanji that I watched, Niji Sanji streamer that I watched. I'm not gonna count Tsukino Mito because Tsukino Mito was he was featured in some of like Hina videos, indirectly, you know. So like maybe she or like a virtual son is watching you, Mr. Virtual is watching you, but I didn't actually watch her content. But then I got a clip of Angie on my feed, and I was like, oh, VTuber, I'll take a. And when I watched her, I was just like, whoa, she has a really cool voice. Like I want that voice for myself. Well, I definitely don't have that voice, you know. So it's just like, wow. Since then, Angie was what made me fall down the black hole that is Niji Sanji. Oh, my thing ran out. Hang on. My lo-fi mix. There we go. Uh, yeah. So Angie was what made me get into Niji Sanji, and then as I watched more clips of different livers like Belmont Banderas and Kagami Hayato, currently my two favorite male streamers from Niji Sanji. I really love those two. Belmont Banderas, because like he's just a nice dude, and he got a Chad ass voice. And then Shacho is just a cutie. I want to lovingly bully Shacho. Maybe I shouldn't say that. Maybe this will probably ruin my Niji Sanji audition chances if they actually go back into my streams. But oh well, it's what's yours here. What's been said is said. Anyways, yeah. Then I started falling into the Niji Sanji hole, and I think this was before like Hololive was even like. Hololive was definitely on the scene. I'll tell you that. Hololive was definitely like there, but they weren't like as popular as it was now. Like the main like dominating company was Niji Sanji by a long shot. And then suddenly Hololive got like a huge boom in popularity. I'm skipping a lot of stuff here, but you know. Hololive got a huge boom in popularity, and then fast forward like a couple months later, Hololive had EN auditions. I did audition because, you know, I'm not a woman. I'm not like a cute little girl. I'm not a cute woman. But I was keeping my eyes on Hololive auditions. I was just like, it'll be interesting to see like who they pick up. And they actually picked up some like really talented people. I was like, whoa, where the hell did you find these people? Yeah, so Hololive auditions, EN auditions came fast, and more stuff came fast. And then finally, the first wave of Niji Sanji auditions came. I auditioned, obviously. I'm gonna audition to every chance I get. Didn't pass, obviously. Cause I'm gonna be honest, I looked back at that audition video, it was shit. I had like no time left. I was like, I wanted to do something at least. It wasn't a good something, you know. But it was an audition. I submitted it in. So no one could say I didn't try. Because I did try. It just wasn't a very good attempt. So I hadn't streamed at all at that point, you know? I did like a couple like test streams for friends and stuff, but it wasn't like streaming. And you could definitely tell in my voice how nervous I was, even though I was playing like a little like useless character. You could definitely tell that this is not who they were like looking for. And obviously I didn't get a call back. I was like kind of hoping like maybe they will watch and call me back, but no, I didn't get nothing. Which I wasn't that bummed about because I was like, well, I wasn't expecting much anyways. I still like checked my YouTube every day though. Like maybe I got a view of my videos. I didn't get anything. I didn't get anything, not even like close to a view. Like there were views on my video, it was probably me. Yeah. So that happened, and then a couple months later, Laszlo like debuted, and I was just like, whoa, they actually got people? Which, you know, is insane to think about. I really thought that, like, I didn't think they were gonna debut this soon. Actually, when did they debut? I don't remember when Laszlo debuted, but it was only a couple months ago, right? I still think it was pretty recent. When Laszlo debuted, and I watched some of their streams. I didn't catch their debut streams. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I got that in my feed. And I watched some of their stream, and it's like, oh, hey. These girls kinda aight! They aight! They're more than aight, they're very talented, people. I was just like, hey! And I think that really reignited my, spark to become a VTuber again. So at that point, I was just like, you know, maybe Niji Sanji won't accept me now, but I can still stream. And stream I did. I made my own model, as you can see. Very, very cute model with some, little rigging problems. Just a little bit of problems, but, you know, still something I have to stream with. And even now, every day. Oh, well, not every day. I can't say every day because I definitely don't try to stream every day. But every now and then, enough to establish a pattern, I start streaming. Well, sometimes these streams aren't great. Sometimes these streams are just me screaming. But with each stream, I gain a little bit more confidence in myself. I say, as I was literally last night, I was doubting myself. But with this stream, I gain a little bit more experience and like a little bit more calm. I can say that. Yeah, I get a little bit more calm with each stream because if I watch back my first stream, I can definitely see how like not calm I was, to say the least. It was, even now I can kind of tell. Like the first few streams, I wasn't relaxed at all. My voice was all high pitched, and I was just like, but now I'm like, oh, this is more of what my regular pitch is when I'm talking to friends. Yes, I've made it. And you know, what was the point with all of this, anyways? I just started going off the tangent. Oh, I guess the point is that I like Niji Sanji, and I'm definitely gonna get into that company one day. It's just a matter of when I actually get accepted. Yeah, that's a good way to spin it. That's a good way to end it. I don't know where I was going with all that, with that whole tangent in the first place, but you know, fine. In the meantime, while I was talking, Graha was getting colored. And you know, I think Graha is basically almost done. I just need to render over his lines. So, what I'm gonna do is merge stuff. Getting rid of some stuff. First and foremost, we're gonna merge visible layers. Now we paint over them. What is this ruler here? Oh, I think that's what I was trying to paint on this layer. There we go. That's a little bit better. Alright, time to start painting. Time to start doing the most time-consuming part of my process. Rendering and painting over my lines. You know, I think my line art is clean enough that I don't have to do this, but my art style is the most time-consuming thing ever. But I'm so set in it that I can't actually change it that much. I actually try to do like a cell shading once or twice. I think it's still on my art Twitter. Yeah, it is on my old Twitter. But you know, while I did like it in the moment, now I look back at it, I'm just like, ugh. I'm so like used to my style of being like this painted kind of style that I can't look at it anywhere else. You know, that's fine. It makes my art unique. It's time consuming, makes me want to cry sometimes, but it's just how things are. Just how things be sometimes. Oh, right. You guys follow my Twitter. I'm hoping you guys are. I've been thinking about maybe, rebranding myself, because while I do like my current model and all, the persona I have for it isn't, that solid. I was literally just, like, because what my thought process behind this was literally just, like, make a cute anime boy to stream with and go. So I could start streaming as soon as I can, but still have, like, a rigged, model to stream with. But now that I'm here, I'm just like, oh god, what do I do? So I've been thinking, I've been looking through like some overlay packages on Etsy. I don't have the money to commission like custom overlay packages from like Google Media or something like that. But I got to thinking, I was like, maybe I'll do something with dreams. Maybe I'll just adjust my model a little bit. But I do like the basis of my model, you know? A very cute tiger boy. I'm a very cute tiger boy. Maybe like something more like muted and a little bit more low key. It'll work for me. But that's thinking for another day. Thinking for another day, aka soon, because my pro trial will be gone in 16 days. And I sure as hell cannot afford a pro license. Definitely cannot afford the license for Live 2D Pro. And I should have copped Live 2D when it was still like, like a one-time purchase. Because Live 2D used to be a one-time purchase. I remember that, but I didn't get it because I was like, oh, I don't know if I'll use it. I don't think I was even thinking about using Live 2D in back then. I was just like, oh cool, making pictures move. Oh well. Anyways. But now I just want to punch myself like, no! Go get it! You'll save so much money! Too late for that though. There is a student discount, but it's like only for Japanese students, understandably. I'm just like, damn dude. And I could buy a monthly thing. I'm gonna be honest, I don't take that much time to rig. I can just buy it for a month, rig a model, and just set it. Well, that's like $20 a month. $20 per model, if anything. And I guess that's cheap compared to like the rates people are actually selling their rig models for. But then I have to rig it, and now while I did learn a lot in rigging this model, there's a lot of snafus here and there, you know? A lot of mistakes. But yeah. I think the next thing I'll work on might be a new model. Because con sure as hell ain't coming for like a while. So it's fine if I get distracted a little bit from con crunch, you know? I was looking at rigging prices too, and everybody is understandably very expensive. Because of that, I'm like, fuck, I can't buy anybody. I can't get anybody else to rig my stuff for me. I was like, ah, shit, man. But I think there's also like a special sort of charm in handmade models. I say handmade as if not every model is handmade, which they are, but you know what I mean. It's like stuff you do yourself. Like a sort of like Oh no, I just think they're cute. One of my friends, Arca, actually handmade this model, and I think he's going to do like a model re-reveal soon, or maybe it's like a PNG drop. I was like, it's I think a new model, maybe. I'm not sure, but that'll be fun. See when he actually is rested up. He just came back from the hospital, and well, normally you don't want to do any work after getting back from the hospital, as much as you want to. You shouldn't do any work when you get back from the hospital. Still rest up a bit. I've been thinking about buying like those overlay packages on Etsy. I'm like, I can't afford a customized one, but these ones are also pretty cute. But I can't find anything that like suits me. I'm just like, ah, damn. There is a cute one I found, but it's like the animals that they have for it are like not tiger, not even cats. They're like a deer and a fox. I'm like, well, that's definitely not for me. So maybe I'll change my avatar to like a deer. Would that be cute, dear Sua? What I'm doing right now is just painting over my lines and also just like cleaning up some of these coloring a bit. Some of these lines. You know, some of the lines can peek through. I'm not like that worried, but like definitely some of the coloring needs to be adjusted a bit. There we go. He now has like a nice little braid. This needs to be one solid color. There we go. That's a bit cuter. Let's see. Real wavy, think about this. What's cute or not. Honestly, the most important thing in art is, are you happy with what you're making? Like, does it look good? You have all these like fancy education stuff like color theory and all that, which I understand the importance of, but like, if the shit looks good, then it looks good. Don't stress yourself out too much about like color theory and all that. I know I won't. Maybe that's why my art like maybe that's why my art hasn't like majorly improved in a bit, but you know, I'm saving myself some mental stress, certainly. Like, God knows I can think about that. I have I'm going into college for a degree for that. Like, you know, it's my art. It's my breakdown. I choose the music for it. Therefore, it's my art, and I choose how much I actually want to use my fancy education. Oh, those pretty strands of hair. He got strands, Angela. He got strands. There's like vacuuming going on outside. Can't tell if that's actually being picked up by the mic. I hope it's not. Bum, bum, bum. Just doing a quick scroll through Twitter as a little break. I've been drawing for 46 minutes. I deserve this. Actually, no, I've been drawing for a little bit more. I just haven't. I only started streaming now. Alright. There we go. Break done. Back to coloring. Oh yeah, another thing I'm thinking. I'm not saying, by the way, let me preface this. I'm not saying this to judge. But I feel like VTubers are just advertising to other VTubers, you know what I mean? I started to think this because I saw a TikTok that was like, how there was like pyramid streamers where apparently there's like a big streamer that says, oh, I rate this people and then I rate this people with this many people. So then like their chat just becomes full of like other streamers, other smaller streamers like looking to be rated by that streamer instead of like just like average viewers. And you know, that got me thinking. I was like, that's kind of like well, I shouldn't say it from a company. I don't know the audience, but how often VTubers like advertise to other VTubers, like saying, "Oh, drop your PNG, drop your PNG, let's network, drop your PNG again, let's network," all that. Got me thinking, like, out of all those drop your PNGs threads, how many of those are actually just like regular, regular like people, and not another VTuber? Maybe I'm like a little bit of a pessimist and also maybe a little bit mean for saying that, but like, I don't participate in the drop PNG threads, but it's like, well, one, I'm shy. I'll say that right now. I'm too shy, and also like, this design, while I am proud of myself for making this model, it's like, it's not the best. It's also just like, okay, drop the PNG, yeah, but what is that going to be? Networking, yeah, but I'm sure you must have like thousands of responses. So, really gonna follow like all those thousands of people? Probably not. And even if it's just like drop a PNG so that way other people can follow you. Like, well, I don't know. It's just ever since I saw that TikTok where it's like pyramid scheme streamers, I'm just like, oh, that's interesting. I say that, but even though I am being like very influenced by TikTok, don't actually be influenced by TikTok. That app, I swear, degrades brain levels. You know what I saw on TikTok the other day? You know what I saw? It was a post about like antagonists and protagonists. And this comment, I shit you not, was like, I don't know the difference between antagonist and protagonist. I slept through my English classes. I'm just like, girl, girl. What do you mean you don't know the difference between protagonist and antagonist? It doesn't matter how many years you slept through your high school English classes. That shit was introduced in elementary school. What do you mean you don't know the difference between a protagonist and antagonist? And you know, the person who made the video was very nice. They were just like, oh, the antagonist is the bad guy and the protagonist is the good guy. But I'm gonna be honest, if I had that like comment on my TikTok, I don't know if I would even respond. I'll be like, are you serious? Yeah, when I saw that, I was just like, oh, now I know that the literacy rate is going down. How do you not know the difference between antagonist and like protagonist? I was like taught in like third grade. I don't care how bad your school system is. You have to learn it at some point. Oh well. I thought maybe it's just my For You page, but I've been trying to cultivate my For You page to just show me cats. But every now and then, like a fan cam slips by, and it's with like the worst takes ever. Literally the worst takes ever. I'm just like, oh my god, why won't you guys just like take a minute to just think? Just think a little bit. Like have some critical thinking in your brain, and then they do think. They do think a little bit, but then they come up with like the worst takes ever. I'm like, let's think in a different direction. Let's take our thoughts into a different direction here. Because clearly you're not going in the right direction. I don't know. TikTok is I've been thinking of like deleting it, but then I just made my VTuber account there. So now I can't delete it. I gotta do the pro gamer thing and start networking. I literally just stopped it. Came up with a tangent where I said I don't join networking threads because I'm like, kind of sus. It's kind of sus. Oh, I just realized my music shut off again. There we go. Some very lo-fi music for the soul. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. It's actually turning out to look really good right now. This is very poggers. Right, another thing about the whole wanting to make a new model and just rebranding myself, it's just because I've been thinking about myself, and I realized that like one of my I guess the unique thing about me is like the wild dreams I have. Like the reason I really thought about rebranding myself is like I had a very wild dream. I was like, well, maybe if I can make like an avatar, something about relating to dreams, a little bit more, something more like dark and muted. And while Sua is great, I love me. He's very too bright. He's a little bit too bright for dreams. I would not see this color palette walking dream. That's just me. Look at Raha! Those strands are so fun to do. Too bad I can't really go overboard with them. Otherwise, it'll just look kind of bad. Actually, no. Sun cats don't have fangs. I wanted to add a little fang because it's cute, but sun cats don't have fangs. I don't want like a lore-abiding person in 14 to be like, hey, wait a minute. Something sus! I'm like, oh fuck. Police! He caught me. I will change this to a dark red color though. Like, oh, maybe I'll change it. Actually, I want to just do that. That's good. Oh, I need to buy a new tablet soon. I'm working on my iPad right now. My school iPad nonetheless. I don't have like any other tablet than my laptop. Bro. Shit, bro. It's really bad for me because a lot of files are on there. I can't get back now. I probably could get back, I just don't know how to get it back. I don't like the way his lips look with that color, so we're gonna undo that. Probably will change the bottom lip color, but not the front, not the top lip. The top lip looks fine with that dark color. My video is buffering like hell. Raha is just too pretty. Yeah, I think I'll maybe also stream like some Final Fantasy. But the thing is, I don't do much in Final Fantasy. Literally just AFK and call it a day. So I don't know if that's a really much of like a good content stream. I did some roulettes today to try and get me back to like actually doing some content, but holy shit, I tweeted this too, but I was like, my Rita Rana run was so bad. Like, holy shit, the DPS is slow, but like I could deal with if it's just like slow DPS, you know? You know, there's a lot of sprouts now, a lot of people are learning, it's fine. And also I'm on Crystal, so I can't exactly expect like high tier, like know your job kind of game. You know, I can't. I only expect cat boys RPing. That's the only thing you can get from Crystal. But this was exceptionally bad. I was seeing mechanics I shouldn't be seeing in 2021. You know, this close to Endwalker, I was seeing those mechanics. I was like, whoa, wait a minute! And then, to top it all off, I kept losing party member in my alliance. First of all, I didn't even realize I was the party leader. I was like, oh, okay, this party is really generous. And then I looked at the party list again. I was like, oh, wait a minute, I'm party leader. So that happened, and you know, we got a new tank. It was a tank too, but like, we got a new tank. We were surviving, and then 2 of my DPS left. 2 of them. And we couldn't get them back, because, you know, who the hell would want to join, like, a in progress alliance run, you know? So, oh my god, that last boss took so long. But, you know, that wasn't even the worst part. The worst part was math boss, Construct 7, or Construct 9, whichever one it is. People just kept dying. People literally just kept dying, and thank god there was no enrage on that fight. But during the Tartarus ad phase, a whole alliance wiped because they didn't like kill their ad in time. Which I don't know what happened there. I literally don't know how the hell, because like by the time that everybody was getting out, theirs was still at full health. So I'm like, what? So that happened. And then when it was time for dispose, with every like disposed laser that came out, there was just another new dead person. I was like, my god, the carnage today is really bad. Then the boss, the actual like final boss, we wiped it. We hit and rage because people died for cyclones, and you know it was already like kind of painful doing it once. It was even more painful doing it again. But we cleared on the second turn, so you know I can't complain much. That's a lie. I'm gonna complain all I want. I was in that fucking lighthouse for like, it felt like hours. Like my timer when I got out was what was it? Hang on. 69 minutes left! I think that's like an hour. Hang on. Yeah, I think that's I think you start off with like 120 minutes? For alliance raids? Oh, that sounds like too much. Hang on. Final Fantasy 14 duty timers. How long? Okay, no, I didn't get anything. How long does an alliance raid timer last? How about that? Okay, I'm gonna just say that alliance raid will last for like yeah, 120 minutes, so 2 hours. It was in that raid for 1 whole hour. Because I was a monk too. Well, I guess that gave me like a lot of practice for like level 70 monk. I was like, I don't need this. I don't need this. Get me out. I didn't leave, of course. I didn't want to be an asshole because we had a lot of like we had a lot of new sprouts, but holy shit, I didn't need it. Oh wait, hang on. Cookie Run Kingdom updated, so I might switch to that stream in a bit. I might stream that in a bit. I don't know. Who knows? Where am I? Oh, right. Rendering! Thing that takes me. I tried doing a new thing where like the lighter stuff fades out, but I think I failed that because it's really inconsistent where I put it. I need to be more open to trying new things. I should do that thing where it's like a style meme and I try to emulate other people's style. But that can be for another day. It certainly won't be today. Actually, I don't really like how it looks. So I'm gonna undo that. Keep the dark side. Extra dark one. Now be contrast. Well, now that I think about it, when I was still like Sprout, I would see this in Yell chat. Like I felt like every day, for this one Twitch channel that would just stream art and be like, "Hey, if you play, I can draw your character for you." I wonder where they went. I haven't heard them in like a while. At all, even. Maybe they don't stream anymore. Who knows? Maybe they do. Maybe just not Font Fancy. Who are like, who just give up free art like that. Or it's like, oh, drop your thing. I'll draw whoever are strong. I think I did that like once in a Facebook art group. And I got like a lot of things, and I did get through all of them, but I was just like, I want to stop. I wanna just like cry. It's a lot. Yeah, people who can do that like regularly have my respect. We're not gonna get rid of all these signs. This is too time consuming. I just realized. Bring back the border. You know, I think Kraha is basically finished. I will make his tail a little bit fluffier though. That's the one thing I will remove the lines on, so he has a fluffy tail. Hear my cat meowing. Yeah, you got a fluffy tail now. Yeah. No, so it just looks chopped off. Never mind. I suppose Arca said he's gonna stream soon, so I'll probably hop off. I finish our rendering, adding some more like nice overlay filters. Oh, overlay filters, so. Okay. Fix the tail bit. I think that's pretty much good. I'll give it another day of like rest before going to do anything like too drastic. Ooh, okay. Never mind. I need to add some highlights. Oops. This needs more attention to it. Is it on that? Now this needs to get rid of the lines on here too. I get rid of like paint over the lines. Yes. Okay. Let's keep the lines on that. I'll keep the lines here. Okay. Now be correction layer. A little bit better. Ooh, that's really cool. Damn. Oh. Ooh, that's sexy. Ooh. Wait. That. It makes me look like I know color theory. I love gradient maps. They actually make me look like I know what I'm doing, which I don't. Yeah, you need to fix has tail. So. Like, I think Crowha's pretty much good. Maybe I'll definitely want his eyes to like pop. So add a glow filter to them to stand out. We're gonna add overlay filters for his blush. Because I want his blush to pop too. No, it's a dating sim. You don't have like blush that pops. Is it really? Are they really in love with your character? I think not. Little touches like these are what. Nice. We'll add some. We're gonna add like another overlay filters over his hair. I think of oh, that's too bright. Right. Fine, if it's like that. Let me check my screens. See what it looks like on my monitor. Hey, it's not bad, not bad. You know. Yeah, the other one is a little bit too obvious. I color processed it, so one it is. We're gonna keep one. Lower it to like. And then I'll go into Mardona, take a screenshot, and his lips needs to be, hang on, his lips are bothering me. Need to be colorized, like a little bit pinker. I'm not here for dull lips, you know. I'm not the one for that. Yeah, I think this is solid. How it actually turned out pretty cute. I'm gonna give it another day though before I actually post it. Oh, hi Mevi! I didn't realize you came. But yes, it is your boy. It's your boy Grahatia. When did you come? Wait a minute. Hi. You came in right at the tail end of my drawing too. But oh well. Graham is finished. The sprite is finished. So I think the next one. Well, good morning to you. Did you have a nice nap? You kiss him? Okay, I'll give him a little kissy mark. Just a little kissy. That's a big kissy mark. Wait a minute. You gonna go back to bed? You're very achy breaky. Aw. Yeah. As a doctor, quote unquote doctor, I prescribe more rest and relaxation for you. There you go. Kissy kissy. I think you'll be delighted to know that this series, you're welcome. That I will add a little text box to make it look like a dating sim. So you can absolutely kiss the boy. You can absolutely kiss the boy soon. And then the next song I'll work on will probably be... Let's see, Thancred? Yeah, Thancred. I think he's like one of the next popular adult song. Aside from Yustola, but Yustola is different. He's on a whole different plane. Yeah, we're just gonna knock down the pretty boys as we go through. But I think I'm gonna call it a stream. I've been streaming for... How long have I been streaming? An hour and 20 minutes. That's not bad. Not bad for how much work I've done. Holy shit, what'd I do? There we go. So even though you just checked into the Cloud Pagoda, I must say that the doctor must head out. Remember to drink some water, take your meds, and of course get some rest and relaxation. As always, thanks for watching.